Sophie wants some water.
She might.
And we're off. There you go, Sophie. Some water if you need it. Let me drink out of that cup. All right, guys, here we go. So, all right, so Rob, Jennifer, and I played a couple games of this without you. I'm sorry, but we chose a scenario that none of us have seen before. It's The Pit, taking place in post-apocalyptic Pittsburgh.
Great.
Right? So just a quick little bit of background info here. We've got a fight between, it really doesn't tell us anything about what's going to be happening. It just gives our board setup on this one. But we do have some information about the rebel slaves and the slavers. The rebel slaves worked to death in the steel mills of the pit. The slaves are rising up. They hit hard if you wind up getting into a fight with them, and they are aggressive creatures. And then the slavers, led by the raider boss Asher. The slavers lord over the population of the pit, while they claim to engineer a cure to the rampant sickness. So that's going to present some philosophical conundrums. We've got two sides. We've got slavers and slaves, but the slavers say they're trying to help people. What are you going to do about that, huh? So that's going to be our scenario. Now we need to decide who we're going to be. So, ladies first.
What are my choices? Let's see. I want to be. I really like being the last. I like being the girl.
The Wastelander?
Yeah.
You know, for the record, and I've seen this come up online already about this board game, it doesn't seem like the genders are well represented, but the super mutants are genderless and probably can't reproduce on their own very well, if at all. And the Brotherhood Outcast, we really have no idea. It's a real Captain Phasma kind of thing. There are people in power armor that are male and female in the Brotherhood of Steel. They don't seem to mind either way. Just putting that out there. But if you want to be the Wastelander.
She's got the coolest outfit.
All right.
I don't know. I like her.
Go. So, the Wastelander, babe, you're going to start with agility as your stat and a tire iron.
So do I just find an A?
No.
What?
You get this A.
Are you going to give me that A?
You get that A. And you get a tire iron.
Alright.
Put that in your weapon slot. There you go.
Okay.
And now you will randomly draw one tile. Just one. The only way you redraw is if it's an A. What'd you get?
C.
Alright. C. So
Charisma.
Charisma. Agility.
And agility.
Ka.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
What? I like the letters. Robert, why don't you pick?
I'm just gonna pick the cool gun.
All right, Brotherhood.
Well, don't they have some drawbacks?
Well, the Brotherhood Outcast, because you might not be familiar with it, he starts with this T45 power armor, which is great armor. It blocks 2 hits from any creature that you're fighting, which will really make you hard to kill. But when you're moving, instead of 2 movement points every time you run around the board, you only get 1, unless you pay money. So it's going to cost you 1 cap every time you want to run around the board. It's a big pro and con thing, but he is hard to kill.
Well, I'll give it a
Or
try.
she. He or she.
I will try my gender
Alright,
neutral.
so put that into your armor slot there. And I think you have long enough arms to reach, right, sir? Take 1 tile. What'd you get?
An A.
You're an agile bunch. Yeah. What? You know, funny enough, gosh, you know, I thought I had never played the Vault Dweller before, so I was going to take him, and I thought that was strange that I never tried him, but I did. Who should I be? I've played all these characters.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shall let you be the girl.
I think it's all right. I think it's been the longest since I've been the Vault Dweller in terms of our pre-playthroughs here, so I will choose him. The Vault Dweller starts with luck and the Vault Suit. During a test that uses endurance, you get an extra reroll. And you may equip 1 additional apparel item to stack your armor together.
Congratulations.
So thank you.
There's other things that you can get for that, right?
For what?
I felt like I had that with my girl ones. Extra
Vault
clothes.
suit? I don't think so. And I will pick an extra token, but you've definitely played the Vault Dweller before.
Have I?
I got E. I'm L.
L. Lucky you.
Alright, so Super Mutant Ghoul, it's nothing personal. You just don't get to play today. So we're just going to put you guys off to the side here. Alright, just a couple things to go. Everybody gets 3 caps to start with. Help yourself. Got a nice pile of Nuka-Cola caps in the middle of the board. Table. And then finally, we all get 1 agenda card. Now these are the only secret thing in the game.
Can we look at them?
Yes, you can look at them.
But I can't share.
You should not share it, no.
If we
This
share
is going to be your initial victory condition. Alright. Now each agenda card is worth 1 victory point plus whatever you make it be worth through whatever match or whatever the conditions are. We have to get to 9 points to win with a 3-player game. Alright, and you have to obviously get more agenda cards as the game goes on. You don't necessarily have to keep the one you got, so maybe if it's a card that says you have to help the slaves, but you really want to help the slavers, that can change as the game goes on. You're just going to have to complete a lot of quests to find the cards that you want.
Okay, so the rebel slaves are the stars and the slavers are the shields.
Rebel slaves are the stars. Yes, you've got it.
Okay.
And we have 1 of each of them on the board right now. They may move around as the game progresses. What else do we need to do? We need to put some monsters out on the board. We have 3 to put out, so we're just going to take them from the top of the stack. I shuffled all these before we began. So in the Deathclaw actual monster spot, we have a Yao Guai. Yao Guai is a
Hard to kill.
mutated bear. It is hard to kill. It's armored and it's aggressive, and you can only hit it in the chest. Not the hardest shot to make, but that's the only place it's vulnerable. Alright, we have a robot here. It's a Mr. Gutsy. He's only vulnerable in the arms, and he can attack you from a distance with his gun icon there. And then finally we also have a human. We have the Bounty Hunter. Level 2, arms and legs are vulnerable. He has a gun, and he carries loot, which is not a bad thing. We need to set up the shop. So I was trying to think about where the best place to put this would be, and I'm still not 100% sure, to be perfectly honest. Maybe right here? What do you guys think?
Wherever you can easily
Will you be able to see them from
access. No, but you can show me. I can't even reach them from there.
Right, so I'm not sure. What if we put them, I'll put the quest card here. Let's put the shop here. We have Rataway. Helps you get rid of your stim pack. Oh, it's a healer's, another, I swear I shuffled these. I shuffled them a lot. And a lab coat.
Wow.
So this is all about healing, you guys.
What does the lab coat do?
During a test that uses intelligence, add 1 extra hit. And drug items do not count against your inventory limit. So you can carry all the drugs you want
In your lab coat pockets.
in your lab coat.
You carry the 2 stim packs.
The stim packs are aid items.
No.
That is a little bit different from drugs.
Right.
Drugs are the bad stuff, but really helpful in a pinch.
Good stuff.
All right, well, then, I think that's everything. It's time for the first part of our actual scenario, Into the Pit. You happen upon a man fleeing this new wasteland. Please, he says, if you see my friends, tell them I made it, that there is a way out, and whatever you do, don't let the slavers know I've come this way. So that's going to be our first set of quests, and it's pretty simple. If you're working for the shields, the slavers, you can go to any settlement. Now we have some settlement showing, Haven, well, just Haven right now, but that's way across the board, so we're not going to get there. But that is a settlement, or any wasteland if you want to help the slaves by telling their friends what's going on. So you can either turn this guy in, or you can help them get away.
Okay.
We need to pause for a second.
Okay.
The air conditioning's still on.
Oh. Hey Gage, can you turn the AC off?